this is Jennifer, and I have some updated organization to show you today that I'm feeling really good about. And then I need to plan out my week in my daily duo and show you the new PlannerKate 11-year anniversary sampler. So I cleaned my craft room office yesterday. I guess I shouldn't call it a craft room anymore because I don't really quilt as much as I used to. So it's truly kind of functioning as just an office. But I took everything out of my closet, everything off of my shelves. And part of that was trying to get a little bit more organized for videos. And I have those cube shelves. And I had these leftover baskets. So what I've been doing is putting the items that I'm going to need for a video in these. And let's see, I have, I think 4 of these going. So as soon as I film this video, all of this stuff will go back to its assigned location. I'll have the empty basket and I'll think about what I want my next video to be, and I'll put those items in this basket and then they sit in the cube shelves, and it's been really helpful. So you'll have to let me know. I don't have like a super fancy office at all. I don't have a matching organization. I do have things that I love in here and things that function. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. And if enough people say, yeah, we'd like to see a full tour, I can probably put that together now. All right, let's jump into the basket and I'll show you what we're working with. So this is my first binder. It's my very old, what I used to call favorites binder. And back in the day when PlannerKate didn't have as many listings, this was what I used most of the time with just some labels. And in kind of the spirit of PlannerKate old school here vibes with the sampler, I got that out off of my shelf. I haven't used these stickers forever, so this is going to be a fun one. I also have this one, which were my functional stickers from PlannerKate back when I didn't use a whole lot of kits. So all of these are in like the PlannerKate colorway. And so that's going to be probably some of my other stickers that I supplement with. I have some of the newer fonts in here just in case I want to use some script stickers. I'm kind of leaning towards this mixed script. I did a bunch of customs at one point. Let's set my planner out to the side here. Of course, we have the 11-year sampler, so we're going to talk about that. And then my last one is what I call headers, and they have kind of changed over the years as well. Like they used to look just like this, and then they had like a little dot next to each side, and I think then eventually there were some maybe with dashes around the edge, but I call these headers. Not all of them are really headers, but you get the idea. So I thought I might want to make, oh, here are the dashed. So the dashed and then the dots. Same idea. So I might use some of these, what I call headers as well. And let's just talk about the anniversary sale. So each year, PlannerKate has an anniversary sale in July. Her shop is turning 11, and any order that you place on that day, which is July 29th, it's a Tuesday, you get 40% off everything in the store, and every order that you place, you get this free full-size sampler. So I do want to spend just a little bit of time and look at the individual stickers on this and what's new, and maybe what's not so new, but just stickers that we love. And then we're going to plan out the week, at least in my daily duo, and then maybe prep some of the daily pages depending on timing. So before we dive into the details of this, I do want to mention that you can shop all of the previous year's samplers starting with last year's, which was the 10-year sampler, which is in her exclusive Earth colorway. And I'll put links for these in the description because it's super fun to kind of mix and match these. I have the 9-year sampler. This was more of like a journaling vibe year, and I really like this one a lot. I like all of them, and I know that Kate has fun designing these every year for sure. This is the 8-year sampler, so more doodles on this one and some fun trackers, and I like this kind of crosshatch PlannerKate Rainbow washi. This was the 7-year sampler. And then there was no 6-year sampler because that was COVID and the shop was kind of working on limited capacity, I think, if I remember correctly. So no 6-year sampler. I don't even think there was a sale that year, but this was the 5-year sampler. And then I have been using them over the year, so I just have leftovers of those along with the brand new ones that I ordered for this video. So we can do that. Now let's dive into the 11-year sampler, which is this year's, and I'll tell you what's new and what's not new. So this is a brand new celebration washi that we haven't seen before. I love that there are 2 strips, so you can do like a full 2-page spread. These are also not new, so I will link those. If you love the dashed scallops, you can now get them as full sticker sheets. So those are not new. These Monday through Sunday strips are also available in the shop already, so I will link those for you. I have seen these on a lot of the kit sheets this year, but I'm not 100% sure if they're available as separate sheets yet. I don't believe that they are. If they are, again, I will link everything below. This Do What You Love quote is new, not available in the shop yet. So I love that she puts some kind of like current things that we know we're going to love on here. And also, if you're just getting the 11-year sampler, you're going to get to try things that aren't available in the shop yet first. And then if you love them, you can pick them up later, and hopefully she would add all of these to the shop at some point. But there's a new quote. We have these bold outline arrows. There's a black outline, a thicker color outline, and like a solid fill in the middle. This, questionable. I can't remember if those are out in the shop yet or not. I know these are, I'm fairly certain. These are not, and I was really excited about these because they're like a smaller size. I know for sure these are not out yet, these little sale icons. Super excited about these, and I hope she puts those up ASAP. These are available in like a black and white option. We have some fun headers. I know this one is available, and yeah, so we've got a good mix here. So check the description below. I might try to put a blog post up for PlannerKate because I do a lot of the blogging there. Maybe that's a good idea too, like pictures of all the individual sheets that are already available with links, and then a coming soon section. And I have no idea when that would be, but then we would at least have a good idea, right? Okay, so we're going to be using this sampler. That's going to be the heart of the planning, this planning session. So in my daily duo, it's been hit or miss, but I want to get into a routine with it. Some days I'm busy and I need the daily pages. Sometimes I don't. I really enjoy doing this weekly reflection page. This week was just, it went so fast because we were on vacation, but just mapping out the vacation days and then having room for all of my lists as I was prepping for being gone for the weekend and 3 days during the week. So there's that. And then I, came back and used a couple pages, but we need to plan out the weekly portion of this. This is the current week as I'm filming, and I used a full page sticker from PlannerKate. So I'm going to skip this daily pages here. and go to this week here, which is actually the week of the sale. And that's what we're going to be primarily looking at for this video, is planning in this weekly overview and notes page. So for sure, we can use these day of the week stickers. So let's go ahead and put those down. And I will 100% be using the washi from the top of the, or from the side on the top of my page. I feel like these headers are a little bit more of a bullet journal vibe, but they're 1.5 inches, so you could use them in just about any planner, really. We'll get Sunday down over here. Look at that rainbow, so pretty. Okay, let's do the header at the top. This is what I have handy. It's actually my Hobonichi corner bookmark. I might actually use it in this planner because I've been needing something that's not bulky. But I'm going to use it as a straight edge to trim this down. And then we will do this adjoining page. We need the washi at the top there. And then I think we'll just start with plans over here. I do need to find a way to date this page for sure. I'm going to use this sheet, which is Kit 7XXA13. And it looks like Monday is the 28th. So let me get these down real quick. I have found that my brain cells are limited, and I feel like if I talk while I am trying to focus on the dates, I tend to mess them up. So I'll put these down and then we will chat. I also have these week stickers. They're part of the 7XX line, but I trim the top off that says the sheet number to fit inside of an album. But I think this is, I don't even know what week it is. See, this is where I'm like, Jennifer, you better get your crap together because school is starting in 2 weeks. All right, this would be week 31. So I do have that sticker still left here. And I might put that kind of like up here, hanging down with week 31 layered over it. I could even trim down. Is the week gonna fit? I think it will. I could. Oh, I like that. We'll do just that. So a little label up there. I could not wait to use those. I've been looking at them since Kate sent me this sheet. And then it's only fitting that we immediately put the sale down in here, which is the 29th. And we're gonna use the PlannerKate sale. I hope these come out quickly as well. Put that right there. And maybe a little one of these. I think Kristen Krimmer already did this little combo. I was browsing Instagram this morning. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Okay, so we have that. That's the big thing. And I'll put in the description the link or info for the sale, so you know the sale code and everything. And I'll put a picture up now as well, so you can see what you need to know about the sale, like there aren't any restocks during the sale, all of that business. So hope that is helpful there. Okay, let's look at just normal everyday life plans for me. I was so excited to get that down. Okay, Monday the 28th. I guess we could start with the YouTube schedule because that's what I'm seeing first on my calendar. That's off to the side. And this little strip would be cute for that. So I think that I will utilize one of these little mini labels and put that down up here. And we'll label that YouTube. And then this strip underneath that. I think that this lines up correctly on the notes page. It does. So Monday's video, I think, is going to be a July plan with me. At least that's the tentative idea. There is not a Misfit Monday sale or a Warehouse Wednesday sale this week because of the anniversary sale, so I don't need to mark that down. And then Thursday's video is a PlannerKate haul. It's from a few weeks ago, but I had filmed it and it's just kind of been sitting, so I need to finish that up. And then typically this would be Saturday's video, but then the sale would already be over, so I'm gonna leave this. No, you know what? I'm gonna put week 31 plan with me because I planned already in the Capture the Chaos planner, and I used PlannerKate rainbow color stickers for that, kind of in preparation for this whole week being a PlannerKate vibe. So that should still be able to go up on Saturday. And then I need to label this YouTube. All right, so that part is taken care of. Back to this side to mark some other events down. And events will go over here, and then like to-do lists on this side. I am like back to work next week because I have a training as I'm looking at this on Thursday. So I definitely need to put that down, and I think that I will just use one of these labels here. It will be all day long on Thursday the 31st, and we might, I don't know, we'll have room. I'll put it underneath here. I also had a book club this night, which I'm not going to be able to make because I have pickleball lessons that evening with my son. We're going to use another one of these and label that for 6 o'clock. Then on the first, sorority is having a bake sale. I think one of these dash labels would be super cute to use there. And I'm trying to decide. There's not a whole lot of room on this type of week at a glance. And to be honest with you, I haven't 100% adjusted. So sticker placement is still kind of not as comfortable or automatic for me yet, but I always like how the weeks look at the end. So we're just gonna keep on chugging along and learning as we go. But we do have a bake sale, which I volunteered to work that. And then I don't know if we'll be going, but Saturday there's a rodeo. I'm sure my husband will wanna go, so I'm just going to put that down for Saturday on my last little notebook here, and I'll just put PM because I don't know what time we would be leaving or anything like that. I think that that's like everything that's out of the normal schedule for us as a family for the week. So now I need to just put in some of our everyday items, like church starting on Wednesday. And we have 7 o'clock small group, so I'm going to just write that in with an ink pen and not use a sticker. I've learned, I think, that with a week on one page, things fill up quickly if you're used to using a sticker for every single item like I am. So we're going to embrace a little bit of pen only mixed in with the stickers here. And I think we're still in the book of Isaiah. Same thing for Sunday. And I will be teaching in the children's section, so I need to make a note of that. Okay, so that's now going to prompt some to-do items for me because I haven't planned the lesson out, so I need to get materials for the projects, all of that. So we'll try to get that done on Monday. This CPI training, I need my manual and my book to study, so I'll just put study for CPI. And for bake sale, we'll want to post on our socials, so that would be on Monday as well. And I think for right now, that's a good start. So I usually sit down in the evening and do my to-do list for the next day or two. So on Monday, the 28th, I would be sitting down in my office and taking a look at a to-do list for the 29th and 30th. But as I am planning this right now, a couple weeks out, I don't know what my to-do list will be. And the thing about this, again, is that you have 4 slots when you're looking at a week on one page in the daily duo. So I don't want to clutter that up with just like vacuum the house. It needs to be something a little more substantial, almost like a top 3 or a top 4 for the day. However, I do need a place to put just general weekly items. So we're going to move over back to the side after this YouTube schedule and use some of this note space. I definitely need a spot for back to school. I've been in my office. I need to start wrapping that up so that on day 1 I can just walk in and it's ready. And I actually moved offices this year, so it was a little bit more intensive and more work. Totally fine. I'm actually loving it, but there are some things that I need to get done. So we'll label this work. I need to hang my curtains. I did get new curtains for the office. And I also bought new magazine files, like the holders that will go on some shelves. So I need to organize that stuff. And I definitely need to wrap up scheduling our 504s. And then I'm gonna make another section for my son. I'm gonna leave more room because I'm sure things are gonna pop up. So we'll go down to about right here and put back to school. And we have a physical that he has to get for 6th grade, like a school physical, and updated immunizations, and very limited, but probably supplies, at least pencils and paper, and registration, which I will be working at, but you'd be surprised if I don't write it down. I would forget. Okay, I think that's good for those 2 sections. And then I want just like a this week miscellaneous area. So I'll use the this week sticker and maybe one of these doodle divider things. They probably have a technical name, but I kind of just make things up sometimes and then correct them later, like in the description. I don't know what these are called. There's some sort of squiggle doodle. And I'm also going to use this big sticker on this page. And I think I like it better over here. And just put down like, what is this, 2 weeks until school? Current week, and then 1 week, and then we're done. So 2-week countdown is on. So just general items, that would be still the dryer vent that I haven't had cleaned out, and actually like a tune-up because something's going on. And I really think that that is it for like my weekly to-do list of things I need to get done in the 2 weeks that I have left. So actually, why don't I add on there shampoo carpets. Okay, I think that that is good. So I think that's actually going to wrap up this video as well. As the week approaches, I will do the daily pages in here. I plan to still use all of those sticker binders from that basket I showed you. This page was more for utilizing the 11-year sampler, but the daily pages will just be like PlannerKate vibe. So I'll pull in the PlannerKate rainbow stickers more onto these pages, but I really enjoyed using the sampler for the weekly overview. You'll have to let me know what you think. I can't wait for you guys to get yours so I can see all of your pictures on socials. Sale details again, sale on Tuesday, 40% off of everything in the store. And thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'll see you back next time. Happy shopping.